the issue was. But yeah, we're good to go. Okay, take 3. Boom. Paul Hines, his career WAR of 45, at bats over 7,000, over 2,000 hits. Not really a home run hitter, 57 home runs. Did have a career batting average of 302 and over 850 RBIs. So pretty good major league career. He did pass away at a fairly early age, and that might have, prevented him from, really Hall of Fame numbers. He did play for a few teams in his career. Only Gorgo and I will recognize these names. The Providence Grays. And it's funny how back then, the ownership of the player. Here we have in November of 1885, returned to league control by the Providence Grays. Under league control, obtained by the Washington Nationals. And then he went to Indianapolis, to the Hoosiers. He went to Pittsburgh. And then he finished up his career in 1890 as a free agent now with the Boston Beaneaters. So he did play for a few teams in his career. And of course, Paul Hines does have a card. We all know it. Many of us have it. In Perfect Team, a 100 rated mission card. And he's got pretty good numbers on this card. It's not spectacular. It's not going to win you a lot of MVPs, and it's probably not going to play much in the perfect league, but it should play all the way up to diamond. You see some blue up there with his BABIP, his gap power. He's got okay speed. I wouldn't crank up his base running too much. What you're going to use him for is mainly his defense. And yes, Paul Hines is one of the mission cards. You have to complete a lot of missions to get him, some silver, some gold, but you also get Jim McCormick, who is a really decent pitcher that can pitch again all the way up to diamond fairly confidently. So by completing these missions, you can get Hines and you can get Jim McCormick. On the card shop, it's probably a little cheaper than completing the missions. And unfortunately, sometimes it works that way where players are easier to get by buying them on the shop than by buying all the players for the mission. When I looked this morning, there was only one up, and that was for 40,000 points. And I think that's a really good deal. I'm shocked that his value is so low, considering he is a really good defender. He is part of the Rocky Mountain Gladiators. He's been on the Gladiators for a few years. And on the Gladiators, his defense, he's got about a 45 overall. Z, as we say in Canada, ZR. And that's pretty good as a center fielder. Yes, there are better center fielders out there, but I would say he's probably in the top 5 in terms of his defense. He has played some first base, not that great. And somehow he's even played second and third, even though it doesn't show him as being eligible for those positions. So the game threw him in there in a couple other areas. Stats-wise on Rocky Mountain, since he's been here, he's only played in diamond and gold so far, mostly in diamond. His best season was a 311 in diamond average, which I think is really good. Of course, he's in a platoon role, so he doesn't play every day. And he's kind of hovering recently kind of in that 250 average range. He does kind of strike out as much as he gets a hit. 612 strikeouts, 616 hits. Very similar to Jim Thome, the new Jim Thome I'm noticing, where their hits and strikeouts are pretty equal. And his overall WAR so far is 11.3. So he's got a long way to go to meet his WAR output from real life. So there you go. There is the spotlight player today, Mr. Paul Hines. If you have him, you're probably enjoying him. And if you don't have him and you're in bronze or silver or gold, yeah, you might want to get him for 40,000 perfect points, stick him in center field and see what he can do for you. He's definitely going to improve your team defense. All right, let's swap over now to the main screen, and that is my second team, the Gym Unknown Blue Jays. Yeah, this is a team I put together when I created the tutorial series on my YouTube channel. And that tutorial series was a 10-part series where I kind of went through and guided new users on, how to get set up in Perfect Team, their initial draft, how they should get involved in tournaments and getting perfect points. Again, I like to try and cater and teach the new players, because you old players, you know what you're doing, you're good at it. But some of these new players come in and they feel a little overwhelmed. So I wanted to put some tutorials for Perfect Team to help them get a good footing. So in that, I created a second team, because remember, when you buy OOTP, for you new people out there, you get 3 accounts basically. You can run 3 Perfect Team accounts. And so this was the second one. I created it at the beginning of the tutorial series and just came up with a name, Gym Unknown Blue Jays. So if you come across that and you don't know what that means, all of us older players, we know what Gym Unknown means. And we like, when we're getting tournaments, when we face players named Gym Unknown, because those are the CPU players that the game inserts if a manager doesn't draft for a tournament. So if you enter a tournament and you forget to draft your players, it fills your roster with Gym Unknowns, which are basically like A-level players. They're not going to win you any games. Will they get some hits? Yeah, they'll do okay, but they're no match for a team that drafts its players. So yeah, as an homage to Gym Unknown, I named my team the Gym Unknown Blue Jays. And our history, we've actually done pretty well with this makeshift tutorial team. We won the Rookie League, we won the Stone League, we won the Iron League, and I'll be honest, I don't put as much attention into this team as I do my regular team, the Gladiators. But yeah, it's been fun kind of working with a little bit. And you see their record's been really good. I like to see all this green here. So we'll see how far they go. Of course, the easier levels tend to have more success when you get some of those good cards. But right now they're currently at 25-8. So we're atop the AC East with the Zephyrs and the Grubs and the Braves and the Coal Sox. And let's show you who our team is, who is part of the Gym Unknown Blue Jays. Now with this team, I'm trying something that I learned in Discord from Kidneys and from Snail. And a lot of managers are starting to use this 4-man rotation with a 60 pitch count on your starters and 18 batters faced, and just rotating your guys through before they, get too tired and give up 6 runs in the 7th inning. So I just, figured I would try this with the Gym Unknown Blue Jays. We've had success in the past, so I figured, hey, let's try it now and see if it works at the lower levels. So we have Kevin Brown, who is a mission card, a build a lineup card, a must-have for you new players to add to your pitching staff. Fairly easy to get. Same with Sid Fernandez, easy card to get. He's a love him, hate him kind of guy. He does really well for some teams, and other teams, yeah, just sucks. He made the PTCS Weekly NC New Jersey. Yeah, cool. Yeah, congrats to all those that got the notification today of making the October, I guess the September, early October tournament. Mark Pryor, another mission card that you can get by completing the live missions. And James Paxton, who is a tournament card that I won for placing, I think it was 3rd in one of the daily tournaments. So he is on the team. In the bullpen, we have, again, some guys from missions. Jim McCormick, who I got off the card shop because it was cheaper than getting him by completing missions. Let's see how much he is. 38,000. again, a cheap, reliable, good starter bullpen guy. I've got him in the bullpen right now, but he easily in bronze could be a starter. R.A. Dickey, another mission guy. Nolan Ryan. So yeah, complete those live missions. If you're just starting the game and you complete the live missions or the build a lineup missions, you can build a really good roster up until silver, maybe even gold. And this one here, Quisenberry. I'd like to thank Gorgo for Quisenberry, because on his stream yesterday, or was it Sunday? On Sunday, Gorgo opened packs and he posted some of the cards he didn't want. And he posted Dan Quisenberry for a reduced rate. And I bought him up, even though my wife was like, "What are you doing spending all your perfect points?" Well, she didn't say it in a manly voice, but she watched me as I was watching Gorgo's stream, and she noticed, he would post cards and I'd go to the card shop and snap them up. So I spent about 20,000 perfect points on Gorgo's stream. And one of them was this Quisenberry card. And right now, it's about 14,000. I think I got him on Gorgo's stream for like 10.5 or something. So he always gives reduced rates. Cool. But yeah, Quisenberry is 0.44 ERA. He is contributing to the team. One of the stoppers with Tug McGraw and 7 saves so far. So again, thank you, Gorgo, for posting him. He has been a wonderful addition to the bullpen. Hitting wise, here's what the team looks like. Roy Campanella. I did buy him off the card shop, I think for about 50,000. What's he at now? He's a lot higher now. But yeah, I needed a better catcher, so I picked him up. I picked up Russell Martin, I think in a pack, decent backup. And then I've got some of the standard players, Mission Jimmy Fox, Build a Lineup Willie McCovey, Pop Lloyd, Wade Boggs. I really like this card. George Kell Silver. If you're in Silver League, even Gold League or below, get yourself a George Kell. He is a player that has always done well for me, and he's only 1,200 perfect points. He is going to improve your team. Let's look at his batting stats. Look at this. 355, 337, 333. Not going to be a big home run guy, but he is going to contribute RBI-wise. That is a guy that you want at either third base in lower levels or as a DH. Great card. Great cheap card. Dave Concepcion, Joe Sewell, Shoeless Joe, Mission card. I'd like to get the Tourney card. Much better version of him. And we've got Paul Hines. Again, the feature today, only hitting 205. And sometimes I wonder if really high-level cards, if it's coded somehow where they don't perform as well until they get to a level that more suits them. Like once he gets to gold and diamond, he'll play better. Because yeah, 205 in bronze, he should be doing better than that. How's his fielding? Yeah, his fielding is not the best, but it's still early in the season. And we've got Hank Aaron, another must-have, although his value's kind of shrinking as better cards come out. But yeah, Hank Aaron you can pick up for about 35,000 perfect points. And Larry Walker, another build a lineup. Look at all the awards Larry Walker has so far. He's done really well with the team, including most valuable player in the AC. So all you new players, just new and just watching the stream and trying to dig your teeth into, this game, missions. Complete your live missions. They're really inexpensive, or go look for the good players that are cheap on the card shop, because there's a ton of them. So that is the introduction to the tutorial Gym Unknown Blue Jays. Again, kind of a fun team that I play with once in a while. And let's go and open a few packs. And if I don't need the cards or want to sell them, you might get yourself a good deal. So you might want the card shop handy and pick up yourself some bargains. All right, still about 75 Pujols out there. I saw a few more pulled yesterday. Seems like about 2 per day are being pulled. What do we got? And I always like to keep my silver historicals if I don't have them yet. I just like to have at least one copy of each. So I'm not going to sell those. Curious what they're selling for. Not too much, couple grand. Whoa, this one's selling for, well, listed for a lot. May not sell for that much. And all live. Reminder too, for those that are new to the game, live players get updated at the beginning of each month. So Esteban is a 61 bronze. If he plays well in real life, he might get boosted to a silver card or a gold card. So now if I quick sold him, I'd only get 25 perfect points. But if he goes to a silver, I get 100 perfect points. So any of these cards can improve their ratings, or opposite works as well. They can drop in ratings. This month, next week, October 10th, 1 week from yesterday, is the last live update. After next Monday, your live cards will keep their rating until the end of this version of the game. So I like to keep most of my lives for now, at least until the last rating update. Just in case, we get a player surprising us going from bronze to diamond. That's a huge perfect point increase. Not getting a lot. I'm going to channel the Gorgo pack pull luck. Here we go. Gorgo. Haven't even got a platinum card yet. Well, there we go. Now we got our first platinum. It is the duplicate. These Series 2 platinum cards will not be in packs after Thursday because a new series will come out. So if you want yourself a Don Demeter, I'm going to put him for 85. He is now on the card shop. So yeah, if you want those Platinum 2 cards, you're going to have to buy them on the card shop after Thursday, or open a bunch of packs and hope you get them before Thursday. New ones will come out, and there's supposed to be some really good ones coming out this week. All right, so another platinum and a gold. This time it is someone that I don't have yet, but I don't want to risk him going down to silver. So someone wants him for 1,001. There you go. You can have him. I don't think he'll go to diamond. And Harsno, I do not have yet, so I will keep him. Live. The first Negro League player. I like this card, Frank Warfield, for Bronze Tourneys. I do have him already. 109 is the lowest. If you want him, you can grab him for 99 perfect points. Really good card. 99 perfect points, good deal. All right, we'll open a few more. Won't open all of them on stream today. Johnny Johnson. Zane Smith. Look at that movement, 105. I don't wonder sometimes, I'd like to see these pitchers pitch in a game with 105 movement, but only 41 stuff. It seems hard that they'd be able to do that. Yeah, really dry on the golds and the silvers and the diamonds. Another gold. Another player we're going to sell right away. Don't think this player is going up. 100, yeah. I'll just quick sell him. Too many of him on the market. Take that 1,000 perfect points now. And a third gold of the pack pull. This one I'm going to keep. I'm going to keep Jason Adam and hope. The relievers are a little bit more volatile in their movement, so I'm going to keep Adam and hope he goes to diamond. Nothing there. We're going to go for about 5 more packs. Come on, Albert. Where's Albert? Last stream, I pulled a 100 Jackie Robinson on my Gladiators team. Nothing so much for the Jim Unknown Blue Jays. Glenn Hubbard in the Joe Morgan Silver Mission. Someone wants them for 11. If you want them, I'll list them a little bit higher. 1,119 if you want yourself a Glenn Hubbard. Pinch me. Yeah, pinch me. Yeah, sometimes you just get on streaks where you get nothing. You get, as I call it, kind of pack live garbage or trash. Just you get nothing that really is of any value. And other times you go and you get 3 or 4 diamonds in 25 packs. It's crazy. This is just not a good pack pulling session yet. Anyway, good turnaround. Right, nothing there. 3 more packs. We'll end off, hopefully, with a decent card. Joe Morgan, fairly cheap now, fairly easy to get. I'll put him down for 75 in case anyone's doing the Joe Morgan build a lineup. And Quincy is a Negro League 1 player. You want him for 44? You can have him. Last pack, diamond, diamond, diamond. Nope. So sorry guys, nothing to get excited about in the pack pulling there. We'll see if we got any kind of mission completed for all those live players. Nope. Short on the missions, and transaction wise, we've got to kind of show you my last couple days of transactions. Of course, you've got the accomplishments, but I've got some tournament packs, 3 packs there, 5 packs there. And otherwise, nothing much going on in the missions. All right, I'm going to transition over to my tournaments. Again, I want to kind of show some of the new players a little bit of the ropes. As you can see, the Jim Unknown Blue Jays have made the September championship. Cool. I'm going to be competing against some of you guys. I do the draft dailies, and let's take a look at this last month. There we go. 84th. We finished out of mini. You have to finish in the top 128 to actually make the tournament. So the Jim Unknown Blue Jays are going in to Saturday's tournament up against some of the pros. And yes, I get intimidated by some of these names here because they are good. I don't profess to know everything and be a pro at drafting or anything like that. I just go with my own instinct and intuition. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. So in terms of the tournaments, I like to enter with this team. I like to enter bronze tournaments. And I don't know why, but on OOTP Go, it always shows me my status. But in the game, on the computer, it just shows as finished. I don't know if there's a setting where you can change that, or if that's just a bug or a glitch that they don't show you how you finished. But yeah, it'd be cool to see the finishes on this screen here. All right, let's go and look at one of these. Let's go to this one here. And I'm just going to show you kind of my strategy for entering Ace of Bronze tournaments. I'll show you the team I use. You know, you can, if you are persistent, you can enter between probably 7 and 10 tournaments a day. Whether it's iron, bronze, silver, gold, find your niche. Find a level that you are comfortable with. And from there, just build a lineup that fits that tournament, because you can get 10 packs for first. All you need is one really good card to make that tournament entry worthwhile. 5 for second and 3 for third and fourth. And I've seen on Discord recently a lot of, well, maybe not a lot, but a few users are saying that this is too much. It's too much of a reward to give this many packs. Well, I like the free packs. If it was any less, if it was only one pack, to be honest, I probably wouldn't enter as many tournaments. This really motivates me to put in a lot of tournaments and try and win. And if you build a decent roster, you can probably get maybe 10 packs a day on average. I'm probably averaging between 10 and 15 packs a day from entering the bronze tournament. So that's 70 packs a week, minimum, that you can get free just by entering these tournaments persistently, one after the other. And this one here, as you see, oh look, the Gym Unknown Blue Jays lost in the finals by 1 game to Cake. We lost to the Griddle Cakes by 1 game. So we did earn our 5 packs, so close to doubling that. When you build a roster, first thing you probably want to do is just enter the tournament and just throw some guys in. Because once you enter the tournament, you can then look at this screen here and you can look at any of the teams. So I can go and I can look at the Cakes. Just going to go this way. What were they? They were the Las Vegas Griddle Cakes. So once you enter a team, you can go through, look at your results, and you can look at the other teams. Here's the championship team. Here are the players they used. Now, some people say copying another person's team is not really right. A lot of people do it. I look at results and I look at players that are performing well. I go to kind of this screen here and I look at the fielders and I look at the pitchers. Who are the common names? So your Harang, your Christensen, your Howell. Hitter-wise, you've got your a bunch of different names here. Halfies, your Jones, Mantillas. So you get to know some of the names that many teams are using. And then you get them on the card shop. They're really cheap. This guy here, I can get for 60 perfect points. This guy here, 44 perfect points. So you can build a lineup of 26 players for extremely cheap. A few thousand perfect points, maybe even 2,000 perfect points to get a competitive team. My team, I run a 5-man rotation. There's my bullpen. I've got mainly righties in the starting lineup. Christensen, Fernandez. This is the Platinum Fernandez. So he might cost you a little bit more. 100 perfect points. Cheap for a really good pitcher. Harry Howell, Platinum card. He's going to run you 89 perfect points. Not many players are going to cost you over 100 perfect points. There may be a few. Some of these are the Negro League players. Nip Winters, really good pitcher for bronze tournaments. And then in the bullpen, Wayne Twitchell is a common player a lot of teams use. He was really good last year too in version 22. Now, these players are interchangeable. I could have some of these as my starters and move these guys to the bullpen. If I go look at Las Vegas, remember who I had? Christensen, Fernandez, Howell, Winters, and Harang. Christensen, McClure, Rector, Howell, Harang. So 3 of the same starters that I had. But it doesn't guarantee you. If you copied Las Vegas Griddle's team man for man, you're not going to win every tournament. No. There's going to be tournaments you're knocked out in the first round. And there's going to be tournaments that you win. This exact same team. That's the Bronze and Irons tournaments are so random. It's a random generator, and you kind of need the right players, but it doesn't guarantee success. If you want to guarantee success more, you work your way up into the, the diamond tournaments, the gold tournaments, where it's a little bit more consistent. Here, who knows what you're going to get. If I look at a team that lost out in the second round, the Delta Blues, look at Harang, Christensen, Rucker, Affy, Otis, Twitchell, Nip Winters. A lot of the same players that I have, and a lot of the same players that the Cake have, and they lost out in round 2. But the thing is, I would say with a good lineup, you're going to place 3 out of 10 tournaments. That's kind of my record. 3 out of 10, you're going to earn some packs. Now, 3 out of 10 in baseball is good, right? If you have a hitter on a team hitting 300, he's making millions of dollars. So in a tournament, 3 out of 10 placing is really good. So don't get frustrated with the 7 times you don't get packs. Celebrate with the 3 times that you do get packs. Erie, saving for Platinum 3. Yeah, I kind of debate about that because Platinum 2 is going to be gone then. So do you want to try and get more Platinum 2? Like a Derringer? Or do you want to save them for Platinum 3? I'm kind of saving as well for Platinum 3. Just because Dish gives clues sometimes, and he said, well, he's a good salesman, right? Dish sells the cards really well. He goes, whoa, I've seen the Platinum 3 cards, some of them, and they are good. So when he said that last Thursday, it was like, okay, there's some good guys coming out. And also, it gives you the chance, if you open now, of getting the Pujols. About 75 of him left. So there is the way that I run my Iron tournament. Again, I don't pay a lot of attention to the sliders because it is so random. But you do want to make sure you do have certain players. Even though Bill Selkeld is a Iron player, a lot of Bronze teams use him because of his home run power. He's got 2 home runs in the last 5 games that he played. He was the round 2 MVP. So he's one guy that you want as a catcher DH. Bob Hamlin, not all the teams use him, but I've had a lot of success with him. He hit 307 in this tournament. Shortstop or second base, Joe Morgan. He was the quarterfinal MVP. Ozzie Smith at short, the platinum Ozzie Smith, not the 60 rated Ozzie Smith, the platinum one, has done really well for me in tournaments. Mantilla, right from the get-go, right from the drop of the game, Mantilla was a must-have Bronze player. He's hit, 288 for me in this tournament, and a multi-position player. Defense, I don't really worry as much about defense. I do have some fairly good defensive guys, Kimbrough, but your Bronze guys, you're not going to find a lot of high-level defensive guys. Yeah, Hamlin, right, Cobra. Hamlin really does rake. He's kind of one of those hidden gems. Taffy Wright is a team that some teams like him, some teams don't like him. I think the Power and I scare off a lot of teams because Bronze, Power and I rocks. They rake. But look, he hit 354 for me in this tournament. So I kind of like Taffy Wright. I've sometimes I put him in the lineup, sometimes I don't. I just don't sometimes get the best feeling with him. And Chipper Jones is another one a lot of teams use, 317. Again, really good bronze player. All these guys are really cheap. Joe Harris, really like Joe Harris. He didn't do well this tournament, but there's some tournaments he hits in the 300s. Yeah, so that is my lineup for my iron, or actually this is bronze tournaments. On Thursday, I'll show you the iron tournaments with my gladiators. With the gladiators, I play iron. With the unknowns, I play the bronze tournaments. Also, when you construct a team, one thing that you want to make sure you do, once you build your team, go to roster export. That way it's saved. Now, when you enter a new tournament, let me just go to the main screen here. So anytime you enter a new tournament, you've got lots to choose from. Okay, lots to choose from. You don't have to play bronze. Lots to pick from. And yet the same strategy, enter it just with a makeshift team. Go check the results after, see what the winning teams have for a lineup, and then you can start to build around that. You enter the team, and immediately you can go and you can set your rosters. Great Scott 66. I don't know if the 66 refers to your age, but if it does, you're pretty close to me in age. Yeah, Hamlin is a great first baseman for bronze for sure. And the thing is, yeah, if you haven't done bronze in a while, it's free. It's cheap. It's free. Like I said, you can enter between 8 and 12 tournaments a day if you keep up on it. And I'm getting 3 out of 10 pack victories. So like I said, 70 packs minimum per week that I'm getting. I showed you in the transaction. You know, if I get past all the pack openings here, 3 standard packs. 5 standard packs, 5 standard packs. So yeah, I'm getting the packs. It's just you're not going to get them every tournament. So once you enter the tournament, your roster is automatically imported over. So I don't have to go back and, you know, put my roster back in. It automatically goes over. But every once in a while, maybe every couple days, you should just double check. And if it didn't go over, go to your roster import and import the roster that you saved. Really easy to do. One thing you have to be careful of, if you use any live players, I don't have any. I don't use live players in tournaments usually because they're not good. There's historical players much better. But if you do, because sometimes you do. In fact, I might have one. I think I have a picture that's live. It's Sturt Event. No, he's a platinum. I used to have a live one. But if you have live players, when they get reevaluated at the beginning of the month, they might go up to silver. And now you've got 25 out of 26 because that silver player isn't allowed to play on your team. So then you have to go and you have to get someone to replace them. Another guy I used to use is Al Dark. Sometimes I put him in. He's been sneakily good for me at shortstop. Plays pretty good defense, but then I went to Ozzie Smith. So yeah, you can kind of mix and match every once in a while. If you notice that you're on a losing streak, mix up a couple players here and there, or change players in the lineup a little bit. Same players, but move them around in the batting order. Delino DeShields is another really good card. Good speed, okay defense, great gap power. I kind of fluctuate between DeShields and Joe Morgan. But as you see, Joe Morgan has done well for me. Strider in silver. Yeah, I heard when Strider was a silver card, he was meta. He was really, really good. And then they kind of ruined him when he went to gold. Schreiber I used as well. Yep, Schreiber's in, I think, silver now. But when he was in bronze, I used him as a live pitcher. So yeah, there are the odd ones that you can use, right? Even in Perfect League, you can use some of those perfect relievers. A lot of people use Clace right up to the perfect level. So it's not all live players are bad. Maybe all live batters are bad, but some of the pitchers you can utilize. All right, that is the bronze little tutorial. I don't think there's anything else I wanted to show you there. If you're entering bronze tournaments, again, enter a tournament, throw in a lineup, see how you do, and then go take a look at some of the successful teams and some of the common players that are used. All right, as you saw, I am in the PTCS Daily Period 4 tournament. I can't remember what the winning card is there. Was that the Bill Dickey card? Someone remind me. Is it Bill Dickey for this round that we can win? But I'm going to go and end off the stream with not the PTCS draft. I'm going to do that later in the week. I'm going to do the daily double. Warbot, thank you. Yeah, I love your advice. I've watched your videos and, picked up some pointers from you. The bullpen settings. Let's just go back. Let's check that out. I don't mind showing settings because, like I said, in the bronze tournaments, they're pretty random. Which one was that? All right, I'm going to go back to the team that I showed you that lost in the finals by 1 game. Dickey and Jones. Yeah, I know that Bill Dickey card. He looks like he's going to be the best catcher that's available. Just like Clayton Kershaw, just like Alan Trammell, all these championship cards are the elite of the elite, along with the Pujols, the Vlad Guerrero in bronze. On my Gladiator team, I use some of those meta players as well. All right, bullpen. Warbot said that the settings for my players, kind of what I use for my overall settings there. So, quick hook on the relievers, slow hook on the starters, and strategy wise, haven't done a ton, honestly. So maybe I do need to go and play around with some of these relievers. You're right. Tweaking settings can help you win more championship. Yeah, and I swept the semifinals. I went 4-0. I swept the quarterfinals 4-0. So I went 8-0. So my guy shouldn't have been overly tired. Although, it's OOTP. And yeah, it looks like they were stretched to the limit. Now, maybe it was with the game scores. Don't see any extra inning games. Lost by 1, lost by 3, lost by 2, and then got smoked. So yeah, probably in these last 2 games where they put up a lot of runs, they switched out a lot of the pitchers and probably tired them out for that last game. All right, Warbot, yeah, I will definitely try and tweak it a little bit and see if I can improve. Like I said, hitting 300's really good, but if I can hit 350, that'll be even better. Always love, you know, the advice from the vets and the pros. I've played OOTP since version 10, perfect team right from the beginning, but I always like to get more and more advice to try and improve and get better. All right, we're at 1968, so again, it looks like we're using 5 starters, bullpen not as much, and we are using the DH for a Tim Belcher as the reward. 2 cards. I know who I'm going to take. Take a good look at the screen. Who would you take? Are they the same too? Aaron and Appling are my 2. Fatigue seems to run players a few days in a row too. Yeah, I too wish there was more control you could have over when you could use your pitchers. Like, don't run this guy for 4 days. Yeah, I agree. It'd be nice to have those more intricate settings for your pitching staff. So Aaron and Appling, 2 really good, perfect cards to start. And now we don't have a lot of good choices. All you guys that are good at perfect drafts and win a lot, give me a report card at the end of this. Am I drafting the guys that you probably would have taken? Because I'm really curious. I do okay at perfect drafts, obviously, if I made the top 128, but I always feel I'm missing out on something when I'm drafting players. And this is 1968, so probably want a little more contact, gap power. Probably should take a picture soon. All right, let's go with these 2 here. I know Fielder probably should be a shoe-in. Yeah, there's a lot of good second basemen in gold, so I'm going to go Fielder and French. F and F, Fielder and French. Kershaw and Orozco? Nah, no, I don't think for that one. But again, I might be wrong. I don't know. This is 1968. All right, we've got a first, third, short. I need a second base, a left fielder, a catcher. Yeah, I don't like him overly, but I already got a center fielder. Porter. I do not like guys with stamina under 50. Sorry, maybe if it's a dead, like an early era, but anything after like 1950, I don't like stamina under 50. What do we do? What do we do? Grab a couple pictures. Wow, NJ. Congrats. Yeah, I came 4th in a fielder perfect draft. So I got, I can't remember who it was. It was a catcher that I got, but I lost 4 games to 3. If I would have won that, I would have been guaranteed either Scott, who was first place, or Fielder, who was second. I really wanted that Fielder card. What do we got? 3 pitchers. Need a couple more. Need a catcher. No one really showing up. Hank, I guess, could go left field. Yeah, we'll go Jesse. Go with that defense. I always remember Jesse Barfield. Watch the Blue Jays in the 80s and 90s. Barfield had a gun. He'd throw out those players at home plate. There was no guaranteed tag up safe with Barfield in right field. All right, Barfield and Drysdale. Four starters, need one more. I like to get him either gold or silver. Can probably wait on him. I gotta go Tug. I just like him as a good stopper for the team. No decent catchers yet. Hudson. All right, we'll take Crooks with the I. I in 1968. A few walks. Still need my catcher. Still need a left fielder. Actually, I was going to put Hank in left. Good. Didn't need a good power DH. There we go. Carlos, you are my DH. Am I blind? Like, where are all the catchers? I know there was one in the diamond rounds, but... All right, let's go for... Already got one reliever, so let's go Ed Steele. Backup right fielder. All right, I better grab my last pitcher here if I can, if there's one. There's a catcher. Nope. Slim pickings now, not getting a ton. Chris Davis as a pitcher. I'd draft him, but I don't want the game to throw him in as a pitcher. Take a couple relievers. Yeah, probably not the wisest choice in 1968. Rats Henderson, Lenny Pearson, Cal Daniels, Jamie Moyer, William Bell. Bell as pitcher number 5. And I gotta take Zimmer. It's not the greatest, but I don't want to be short on catchers. You're not gonna win much. Oh, Jim Brown. I use him in some bronze tournaments sometimes. I'm taking him as my backup. Got my catchers. Ozzy. Already got 2 first basemen. Good defensive center fielder. Round number 11. 8 pitchers. Need a few more. We'll take Scandinavianz since I use him in bronze tourneys. And I'm not going to use the bullpen too much, so I can get the rest of them in iron. Backup third baseman. There we go. Can't go wrong with platinum cards as a last resort. 9 pitchers. We'll go one more. Just a sec. We'll get it in iron though. Mind you, these are mainly pitchers I got to choose from. Look at this. Strang, Carey, McCormick, and Church. I've got 8 pitchers and 4 outfielders. And I'm pretty set on all of them. Bummer. Well, I guess let's go with the left fielder. Church, McCormick. Let's go with the contact guy. And I guess we go with the pitcher. Check. Final iron round. 2 cards. What do we need? We need a backup shortstop, second baseman. Of course, no shortstops here, just second baseman. Take the best defender at second base. Sullivan Jr. is another good iron card. I use him on my Gladiator team. I think he got a lot of speed if this is a player. Oh no, it's not the guy I'm thinking of. I still use him though. Really good in iron tournaments. Well, talk about a strange card. Infante plays second, third, short, and he's listed as a left fielder so he can play left. So perfect card. That's exactly what I need. There we go. 10 pitchers and enough hitters to go around. I will adjust settings for this tournament offline, make sure they're all in place. But I like it. Aaron, Fielder, and Crooks, Pina, Barfield, Bell. And we get the catching position, but hey, I like that Luke Appling. He is, if I'm not wrong, he and Willie Wells are the two best shortstops in the game right now. Appling and Willie Wells, two best shortstops. A lot of you might have used Sewell for a long time early on. Jackie Robinson can play short. But yeah, I will adjust those settings a little bit later. Don't want to take all the time up doing that. Gonna jump one more time to the Jim Unknown Blue Jays, because sometimes when you open packs a little bit later, you get a little better luck. Well, at least that's what I'm hoping. So let's end off with 10 packs for the Jim Unknown Blue Jays, and let's celebrate with at least one good card. How are they doing after the last couple one? 27-8. Fantastic. The last box score, a close one over the Ludlow Grubs. A 3-2 victory. We scored 2 in the top of the 8th. R.A. Dickey goes to 5-0. Coming out of the pen, Nolan Ryan with his second save, Sid Fernandez. And boom, Frank Warfeld, Seld. Well, that's a sign, isn't it? That means it's, let's open some packs. All right, 10 packs. We're going to only open 10 to end off the stream, guys. Live, 8 live in a row. 17 out of 18 live. Duplicate. If you need a Jeff coat, I will give you a Jeff coat for under level 1, 91. Nothing. It is a dry. Oh, finally. I'm glad I went back to opening packs. A diamond. We have Trevor Stephan. This is how you can tell if he's going up to perfect. Go look at what the sell orders are. If they're high, people are speculating he goes to perfect. These aren't very high. So if you want a turn, if you want a Stephan, I'm going to give him to you for a bargain, 4,012 perfect points. If you want to speculate on him, go ahead. Just got to remember to sell them before the 10th if no one buys them. All right, well, we got 4,000 perfect points there. It's not all a loss. Got another platinum card. Someone wants him for 50. If you want him for, let's put his card rating as his value. You want a John Ellis? 56 perfect points to add to your collection. Oh, nothing there. Nothing there. Gold. Historical? Nope. This guy, David Bednar? Man, did I pull a lot of him in the last in OOTP 22. Interesting. Some are speculating he goes to Diamond, others are not. I'm going to keep him. Worth keeping him. 3 more. Diamond number 2. This time we have a Colin, a double-L'd Colin. All right, there's some hope for him. His numbers are kind of high. People are speculating. We'll hang on to him, at least for now. Minimum, he should stay in Diamond. So 2 Diamond, couple gold in this pack pulling, much better than round number 1. We'll go 3 more packs. Want to keep some, and there's our 3rd Diamond. Things come in 3s. Diamond number 3. Is it a live one? No. Finally, we get a historical Pete Reichert. Don't own him yet. He's part of Gold Mission. Brooks, part of the Name Game. The Brooks Perfect Mission and the Tug McGraw Mission. Hard to get the Brooks mission done now because you needed that silver Brooks. Selling for $12,595. I'm going to give you the Gorgo Special and sell it for $1,400 under last 10 value. You want yourself a Reichert? He's there. NJ, in terms of the 4-man rotation with the 60 pitch count, I don't know. Snailman and Kidneys kind of came up with that strategy. It helped Kidneys get to the finals of the Perfect League. Some managers are having success with it this season, trying it out. Some not so much success. So it's just, again, another alternative way to play the game. I'm trying it. Seems kind of fun. And we're ending with the gold here, guys. Who do we have? We had 3 diamonds, 3 golds, Griffin Jacks, only an 80. Everyone's selling them for really low, but we're quick selling them. I'd give them to you guys, but there's so many up on the card shop right now. Not really worth it. All right, well, that was good. 3 diamonds, 3 golds. That's about 15,000 perfect points. Got 1 really good historical diamond. That should bring in some perfect points. And since the stream started, we've sold Griffin Jacks. We've sold Frank Warfield. So sold a couple ones. Adding to the perfect point bank, 54,000 perfect points now. Well, that's going to be a wrap today, guys. I thank you for tuning in. Sorry for the technical issues at the beginning, but we got that worked out fairly early. You got a good look at my alternate team that has won 3 championships so far. We are in the championship for the daily drafts. Go find yourself some free tournaments to enter. Let me know how you do. And I will be back on Thursday at 11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Hope to see you guys here. Go collect those packs. Hope you pull something good. We'll see you next episode.